If you're trying to decide between the GoPro Max 2 and the Insta360 X5, you're probably wondering which one actually delivers better image quality, longer battery life, and smoother workflow, especially if you're out hiking, vlogging, or filming travel adventures. Both are powerful 360 cameras in 2025, but they take very different approaches. One focuses on AI and sensor performance, the other on simplicity and classic toughness. So let's break it all down and see which one's right for you. Starting with specs, both cameras are priced within reach. The X5 at $549 and the Max 2 at $499. The difference isn't massive, but it hints at their focus. The X5 weighs 200 grams versus 194 grams for the Max 2. And with their weights that close to each other, they feel nearly identical in hand. The X5 uses a taller vertical touchscreen, while the Max 2 has a more traditional horizontal display. The Max 2 features that familiar GoPro build and feels rugged and classic. The X5 leans modern and streamlined. But here's where the biggest difference lies: image quality and the so-called true 8K. So GoPro markets the Max 2 as an 8K camera, but technically it reaches that by upscaling from a smaller 1/2.3-inch sensor. The Insta360 X5, on the other hand, uses 1/1.28-inch sensors. These sensors are significantly larger, and they're also paired with two Pro imaging chips and a 5nm AI processor. Those larger sensors on the X5 capture more light and detail, while the AI chip handles color, tone, and stabilization in real time. So even though the Max 2 encodes more pixels, the X5's footage theoretically will look cleaner with richer highlights and better dynamic range. In daylight, the footage from both cameras looks sharp, but under bright or mixed lighting, the X5 preserves more color detail. Indoors or in low light, the X5 is the clear winner thanks to the pure video mode. The Max 2 doesn't have any dedicated low light mode. Now both cameras need to stitch that 360 footage, and that's an area Insta360 has refined over several generations. The X5 can handle seamless stitching within a safe distance of about 0.6 meters, which is great for vloggers who film themselves. The Max 2, on the other hand, does show more visible stitch lines in certain lighting or those near subject shots. Battery life is critical for hiking days or long vlogging sessions. The X5 packs 2,400 milliamp hours versus 1,960 milliamp hours in the Max 2. In lab tests at 8K30, the X5 lasted about 93 minutes, while the Max 2 shut down around 62 minutes. And when tested for thermal endurance at 77 degrees Fahrenheit, the X5 recorded continuously for over an hour, while the Max 2 stopped around 25 minutes. That's a big deal for creators that are filming longer sequences. If you're doing a bunch of shorter clips, this is largely irrelevant, as neither camera should overheat for that. But if you are doing those single, long clips, it is an important factor to be aware of. The X5 is waterproof to 49 feet or 15 meters, compared to just 16 feet or 5 meters for the Max 2. So for casual water use, both are fine, but for divers or serious water sports, the X5 has the edge, and it does support dive cases up to 197 feet. GoPro's classic ruggedness is still great, but this generation doesn't match the depth rating or accessory support Insta360 provides. When it comes to audio, GoPro equips the Max 2 with 6 microphones, which is impressive on paper, but Insta360 seems to have focused on smarter processing. The X5's built-in wind guard and AI audio algorithm deliver cleaner, more balanced sound in wind and while moving. So first of all, what do you think about how this footage sounds? And secondly, what do you think about how this footage looks? In addition, this is a great way to test the stabilization. Both of these cameras, of course, apply that stabilization later on after you reframe. But it's helpful to see how well they do with that. It is also worth noting that GoPro does not have their own wireless mic, whereas Insta360 does have a couple different versions of wireless mics that can easily pair with their cameras. With the GoPro, you can do Bluetooth audio pairing, but the sound quality is not going to be as good as when you pair those wireless mics with the X5. Now, both the X5 and the Max 2 have replaceable lens covers, but one key difference is on the X5, you have to use a tool to remove the lens covers, but on the Max 2, you can remove the lens covers with your hand and pop on the new lens cover. No special tool required. But speaking of lenses, the X5 does also support ND filters. Currently, there are no ND filters for the Max 2. When it's time to reframe and edit that footage, for workflow, both offer mobile and desktop apps, but the experience differs drastically. The Insta360 app and Studio Desktop software are built around AI-assisted reframing, smart tracking, and quick exports. You can easily choose forward view, selfie view, or AI frame and have edits done automatically. The Shot Lab templates also make creative shots simple with the X5. The GoPro Quick app is pretty good and it is improving, but it definitely still lags behind the Insta360 mobile app. But the desktop version with the GoPro is quite limited, and the functionalities that you can use in the Quick app, not all of those are available in the desktop app. For beginners, the Insta360 app offers more control with less effort. So here's the breakdown of everything we just talked about in one chart for you to see side by side. So at the end of the day, both the X5 and the Max 2 deliver strong results for 360 shooting. The Max 2 is simpler and familiar, while the X5 focuses on performance, AI, and professional flexibility. And I did find the footage from both cameras to look good, including the Max 2 as long as I was in good lighting. But if I was using the Max 2 in lower lighting, it definitely suffered because of those smaller sensors. But like I mentioned before, GoPro does not market the Max 2 as a good low light camera. GoPro markets the Max 2 for good daytime performance. But when it is time to reframe and edit these later on, the process is definitely longer and more cumbersome with the GoPro apps than the Insta360 apps. So if you want the easiest 360 camera that integrates perfectly with GoPro's classic mounts and don't need long recording times, the Max 2 is a reliable, rugged choice. But if you're after better low light performance, longer battery life, and advanced AI editing tools for quick reframes and cinematic shots, the Insta360 X5 gives you more creative freedom. I'll link both cameras below, along with my must-have accessories for each. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe for more action camera comparisons, workflow guides, and best settings.